Now, this is law and education in the US. And I'll be going over one called Connected, and what happened afterwards. And all right, there we go. Now, for all this, this is about US education in the school and who it affects students, teachers, schools, all this. Now, there's all these other laws that came before: fair use, no child left behind, every student succeeds. These are okay, but I'm sure they've been covered by many other people. So the one I found that was more interesting was connected, and that was also an Obama era um, startup law. Now I'll go over who's involved in all this. Now you can see the aim is connect 99% of the students in about 5 years. It's been about 8 years since then, and you can look at these websites later. They had FCC um, do all the resources, laying fiber, this and that, getting the infrastructure in. Now, National School Board Association and U.S. Department of Education were in charge of getting out all the hardware, like iPads, computers, stuff like that, all those resources, and the support for the teachers to know how to use them. Now, I'm going to be flying through because we're already at 2 minutes. Now, afterwards, we had this thing called Future Ready, which I'll get to in a minute. And you can see there's a PDF here. Now, along with having the government stuff, we also had businesses. Um, all the big ones that provide hardware, you can pretty much guess they were all involved. Now, the one source I had to show this was actually redacted because of some signature on the PDF, but it was citing Apple, AT&T, and Microsoft, but you cannot see the full PDF. But anyway, getting to this, we have Future Ready, which is a continuation of Connected. And a big part of this is a book, it's really thick, is how this is going to roll out. Now, this is the one criticism for Connected, um, which it's still pretty widely well received, but they wanted, they were concerned about who was going to get the benefits of all this, like whether or not it was going to be fair rolling out across all schools, rural schools, inner city schools. They want to make sure everyone got a fair chance at this. So, getting devices to students and teachers, you can see this here in this PDF. This is a massive, massive book in how they were going to roll this out. So I'm down to 1 minute. So for the support here, we also have more cited websites. They wanted the teachers to not only have the things, but know how to use them. So the let me go back. Yeah, the U.S. Department of Education and the School Board Association were in charge of getting all the teachers professional development and hands-on learning with how to roll this out in the classrooms. So this, I think, is very interesting, especially afterwards we had COVID, and having this in place, I'm sure, really helped. I haven't been in the US in a long time. So for me, I'm interested to see or hear firsthand what they think of this. But from what I've read, this is widely well received. So for the future ready, this is like a secondary. This came after connected. we have this pledge, which a lot of schools, districts, cities, school boards, they were taking this pledge, promising to continue the connected type program. And so, again, this is a very brief video, but for me, of all the things I've seen for laws affecting schools, Future Ready and Connected seem pretty interesting, and I think they had a good impact over the last few years. I would like to hear from people who actually were involved with this, but again, I'm out of the country. I have linked many of these websites, okay, and PDFs. So you can come back, look through all these websites if you need to check them out. So I'm gonna try to cut it. I'm at 7 minutes. I'm gonna have to clip this down a little bit. So I'll see you later. And let me go ahead and end this.